Pittsburgh at Rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. And this was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Sanders' first carry of the game. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the give to Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sanders, the ball carrier. Minka Fitzpatrick on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 45. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And an Eagle first down.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
The tackle made by Joe Hayden. No gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
48-yard line.
Now Sanders. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Miles Sanders.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward.
Carson Wentz sacked.
In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. On the return, Johnson. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
They'll come out on a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Let's go. You tighten up.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw here, Roethlisberger. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Roethlisberger's pass. Complete to Anthony McFarland. After
7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Steelers 7, Eagles 0.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he works free. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
The tackle made by Joe Hayden. It's a gain of 35. First down, Eagles.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
That's good for a Pittsburgh start.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to James Conner. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger flush to his right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
7 yards there and a first down.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Vince Williams on the tackle. A gain of 7. First down, Philadelphia.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Sack there by Cameron Hayward, an all-pro in the 2019 season. He's been consistently good throughout his career. 29 sacks in his last 3 seasons.
On play action, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. On second down, here's Wentz. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On third and long, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been.
Allen on the punt.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
For a Pittsburgh Steelers.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
A gain of 27 more yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Steelers, first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
At the 24-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the give, this is McFarland. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 40.
That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Makes the score Steelers 24. Eagles.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Lead to Jalen Rager. A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Complete to Zach Ertz. A gain of 15. First down, Eagles.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Joe Hayden from his quarterback position on the sack that time. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
Wentz's pass. Complete to Jalen Rager. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
Steelers 24.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he connects with Ertz.
Complete.
An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
A gain of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
From the gun, it's Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Once again with Sanders.
Second and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Here's Wentz to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Keeps the score. Steelers 24, Eagles 6.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Onside kick.
The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
That's good. We're up.
It's a gain of 34.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Steelers.
James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go, team. Big series.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wentz now to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Wentz. He'll fire deep for Rager. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Wentz's pass.
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Nickel Roby-Coleman on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
6-yard line.
90 is a mic.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It was Brandon Graham that came in there and got him.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 16.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And he gets it down to the 32.
On the carry.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves